I want to talk to you about debt consolidation loans for very low credit scores. Let's have a conversation about that. So here's a list I want you to pay attention to. If you are looking for a debt consolidation loan for very low credit score, I want you to think about Upgrade first. Upgrade does a great job in terms of giving you the possibility you need in terms of funding real fast, okay? So Upgrade is really great for building credit. So if you are trying to build credit this year, think about Upgrade. And here you have APRs that are pretty decent. You're looking at 10% all the way to a 36%. And Upgrade does a great job in terms of giving you a debt consolidation loan for very low credit score that can go all the way to $50,000. So the loan actually goes from $1,000 all the way to $50,000. So Upgrade, what Upgrade will do is that they will look at your income. They'll look at your cash inflows and cash outflows to actually determine how much you can qualify for. So if you're looking for a debt consolidation loan for a very low credit score, think about Upgrade. You might actually qualify for, let's say, somewhere in between 1,000 and 50 grand. You can get a 25,000, for instance. And with Upgrade, you also have, sorry about that, you have a variety of credit options. For instance, you have free credit health tools, and you have a lender that accepts thin credit, and you have a relatively fast funding. Okay, so you are able to let's say receive access to a free credit monitoring tools, as well as personalized recommendations to improve your credit health. So that's really good if you are trying to, let's say you have bad credit and you are trying to really improve your credit over time. Okay, so again, you're looking at 10% to a 36%. That's the APR. The repayment window here, you have 2 to 7 years. So if you are looking for a debt consolidation loan, 2 to 7 years to actually repay the loan. Loan amount itself, $1,000 to $50,000. Now there are origination fees when it comes to Upgrade. They're charging you anywhere from 2% to 9 or even 10% if you are going with this service. And Upgrade doesn't really accept cosigners, okay? But they can actually, you can apply with a joint applicant. So that's really good. If you're looking for debt consolidation loans for very low credit score, I want you to think about Lending Point. And Lending Point is actually great for quick approval decisions. They can approve you within, let's say, 8 hours, okay? And the minimum credit score with Lending Point goes from 550 all the way to 600. The delta depends on the states where you are at, okay? And so Lending Point actually is great in terms of debt consolidation because you have a good APR, 8% to 36%. That's really good. And you might have, in some cases, a direct payment that goes to creditors. So if you are trying to consolidate debt and you have bad credit, but you're trying to really get things done in a streamlined manner, think about Lending Point, okay? And so if you are on a tight timeline for debt consolidation, Lending Point can actually be good for you. Depending on your application information and credit profile, you could actually receive a loan offer within just seconds. If you receive a final approval after submitting any requested documentation, you can get your funds actually as soon as the next business day. So 8 hours to 24 hours, that's actually the timeline for funds release. And with Lending Point, you are looking at $2,000 all the way to $36,500. So that's how much you can actually consolidate through Lending Point, okay? And here you have terms like a repayment window that goes from 2 to 6 years. So that's really good. And so now I want to really insist on the fact that Lending Point, kind of similar to Upgrade, charges an origination fee that can really increase your loan cost, okay? And also, if you are in Nevada or West Virginia, you're not going to be able to do business with Lending Point because they do not actually lend in those two states, okay? They don't have a banking license as of yet. So if you are looking for a debt consolidation loan for a bad credit in Virginia and Nevada, look elsewhere. But cool thing is with the Lending Point, you have quick approval decisions, you have fast funding, and you also have no prepayment penalties. So that's kind of cool from a flexibility point of view. If you're looking for debt consolidation loans for very low credit scores, I want you to think about Prosper today. Now, Prosper really does a great job in terms of offering you a very large loan for debt consolidation. Can you imagine? They are giving you a maximum of $50,000. In some cases, they can go all the way to $100,000. Okay, that's really good. And the minimum credit score that Prosper will consider is it goes from 530 all the way to 560. So that's really good in terms of flexibility. So Prosper is actually great for large loans if you are looking for a large debt consolidation loan, and also the APR is kind of normal. You're looking at 9% all the way to 36%, and you have you have a repayment window that goes from 2 to 5 years, so 24 months all the way to 60 months. So that's really good. So the even better, Prosper accepts debt consolidation loan applications that have joint applicants. You have a fast funding. Okay, the only thing is with Prosper, just be aware that you have to do things yourself because they do not allow direct payments to creditors. They will send you the cash and you have to actually take it from there. And they do charge an origination fee. And I mean, the origination fee is just something that a lot of fintechs, a lot of neobanks do. That's how they make money, by the way. And also, lending. One thing you need to really understand here is that Prosper, actually, what they do is that they actually charge you. They do charge you an origination fee. Okay, that really goes from 1 to 10%, if you will. So something to think about. The repayment terms, I've said this before, 2 to 5 years. And basically, Prosper does not accept co-signers, but you can apply with a joint applicant. So if you're looking for a loan, a debt consolidation loan for a bad credit, you can really apply with a joint applicant, but not a co-signer. So that's really a slight difference, but an important one, by the way. If you're looking for actually a debt consolidation loan for very low credit score, I want you to think about Lending Club, okay? And Lending Club is actually great for co-borrowers. So if you are looking for a co-borrower and you're trying to get a debt consolidation loan for very low credit score with a co-borrower, think about Lending Club. So Lending Club actually is a P2P lender, P2P lender, so peer-to-peer lender, okay? The APR you get through a Lending Club goes from 9% all the way to 36%. And there is no minimum credit score. So if you have 300, if your FICO is 300, you can still qualify for a Lending Club debt consolidation loan, okay? And you do have a direct payment to creditors. So Lending Club will take care of it, no problem. So Lending Club actually offers all kinds of loans, okay? And you are able to get your cash real fast. So even if you have, let's say, a pretty bad credit profile, you can still actually qualify for a debt consolidation loan through Lending Club. Because remember, Lending Club is a P2P, so this is a peer-to-peer. So you're not really dealing with a traditional financial institution. You're dealing with investors. You're dealing with other members. You're dealing with other peers, if you will. Okay, so you have fast funding. Co-borrowers are permitted, and also through a Lending Club, you have the possibility to actually go through a pre-qual process. So pre-qualification process, okay, with a soft credit check, by the way. So that's really good. And in terms of loan amounts, you are looking at $1,000 all the way to $40,000. So Lending Club debt consolidation loan for a very low credit score, $1,000 to $40,000. The repayment window, you're looking at 2 to 5 years, so 24 to 60 months. So that's pretty reasonable. Okay. Now there is an origination fee. I've said this before. All those neotechs, all those platforms, they charge. That's how they make money. So, but the thing is, with Lending Club, the fee percentage is lower than the others. While the others are charging you a maximum of 10%, Lending Club actually is charging you a maximum of 8%. So the fee goes from 3% all the way to 8%. So that's good. So if you're looking for a debt consolidation loan for a very low credit score, I want you to think about Opportune. And Opportune actually is a really great because it will give you a loan that starts at just $300. So if you are trying to consolidate a very small loan amount, think about Opportune. And so that's really great for small loans. You have an APR that's kind of high though, because they know they deal with let's say the subcredit market, if you will. Okay, so APR that goes all the way to a 36%. So the APR is just one let's say one criterion to pay attention to, because loan amounts go, as a matter of fact, go from $300 to $18,500 depending on your state and loan type. So Opportunity actually will adapt its lending requirements, its underwriting requirements to the states where you are at. And lending decisions are based on the applicant's annual income, monthly debt, credit history, and credit score. And so loans are even available to borrowers who have little to no credit, as well as applicants who have gone through bankruptcy. So if you have gone through bankruptcy, you can still qualify for an opportune loan, especially when it comes to a debt consolidation loan for very low credit score. Okay, and Opportune's website does not indicate whether instructions in its network of lenders offer direct payment to creditors, and so that's something to really think about. But just remember, we are speaking about 300 all the way to 18,500. Okay, and in terms of repayment terms, you are looking at 1 to 5 or 6 years, depending on the loan type and location. So 1 to 6 years. Okay, there is actually an origination fee that Opportune will charge you, and also there is a late fee. There's also a return payment fee, and all these fees will depend on your location, because every state and every state has different banking regulations, and so Opportune will adapt its fees, its business model on the state and city where you are at. If you are thinking about a debt consolidation loan for very low credit score, I want you to think about Upstart. Okay, Upstart is really great for limited credit, especially if you want the cash real fast. Okay, Upstart will give you a loan that goes from 1,000 all the way to 50,000. Upstart is kind of similar to Upgrade in many respects. Okay, but Upstart is really better in terms of minimum credit score, because Upstart will look at you if you have a FICO score of 300, like the bare minimum FICO score. If you have new credit and you're just starting out, Upstart will work with you, not a problem. Okay, and so if you are a young borrower and you have limited credit history, you may want to consider Upstart because of its more flexible lending criteria. Okay, and the cool thing is, if you're looking for a debt consolidation loan for very low credit score with Upstart, you have the chance to actually qualify for a better loan, because Upstart uses artificial intelligence to actually match you as a borrower with the best personal loans available from a network of banks and credit unions. So that's really good from a flexibility point of view. Okay, and on top of that, if you're looking for a debt consolidation loan for very low credit score, you have the possibility to get pre-qualified. So Upstart actually offers pre-qualification with a soft credit check. It considers alternative eligibility requirements, and funds are available in 1 business day after signing. So you don't have to wait that long to actually get your funds. So that's really good from a flexibility point of view. But remember, we are speaking about $1,000 to $50,000. The repayment term here go from 3 to 5 years, and there is an origination fee. So Upstart will charge anywhere from 0% to 12%. Okay, and so the loan that you get through Upstart do not actually allow you to have cosigners. So Upstart do not accept cosigners, and there are no there is no direct payments to third-party lenders, third-party creditors. So you're gonna have to really take care of that aspect of things yourself. So it's something to really think about. If you're looking for debt consolidation loans for a very low credit score, I want you to think about Avon. And Avon is actually great for customer support, by the way. So if you're really interested in having a loan that really focuses on customer support, think about Avon. And so the fixed APR with Avon goes from 10% all the way to 36% with a minimum credit score of 580. So that's kind of decent, okay? And you have to really talk to Avon to see if they will send a direct payment to creditors, and that's really good. But Avon is really good for fast funding, by the way, okay? While many lenders have limited support hours that could be inconvenient depending on where you're located, Avon's customer support team is actually available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Central, as well as Saturday and Sunday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Central. So that's kind of cool. Think about that. They're even open on Sunday. So no matter where you live in the U.S., you likely will be able to get help at a convenient time, really, okay? And with Avon, you are looking at $2,000 all the way to $35,000. The repayment window goes from 1 to 5 years, okay? And you can pre-qualify with a credit score as low as 550 all the way to 580. So that's really good. And you can also get with Avon, you can get a possible approval decision within just minutes. And if you are approved, your loan could be funded as soon as the next business day, which can really help you consolidate your debts quickly, okay? So that's really good. So with Avon, you have accessible customer support, quick approval decisions, and fast funding, okay? And on the flip side, remember that you're looking at loan amounts that go from $2,000 to $35,000, repayment terms 1 to 5 years. There is actually an administration fee that goes all the way to 10%. That's kind of the same thing as origination fee, by the way. So those are the 7 top debt consolidation loans for very low credit score. Let me give you an overview before we close to this conversation. If you want to compare and contrast bad credit debt consolidation loans, you want to always start with getting multiple quotes, okay? Don't actually limit yourself to 1 or 2 quotes. You want to get as many as 10 quotes. Get multiple quotes. Don't skip over the fine print, by the way, and do the math. Do the math to see whatever is work for you. Because at the end of the day, when you think about consolidating debts with bad credit, you are able to simplify your debt. You are able to increase your credit score. You are able to pay off debt sooner because you're able to, let's say, strategize better. And you're also able to shrink your debt payments, okay? But one thing for sure, when it comes to debt consolidation, you cannot use it to actually, let's say, to correct bad habits, because debt consolidation can reinforce bad habits. Lower rates are not guaranteed and can also interfere with financing large purchases. So be very careful there. So what you want to do is to get a debt consolidation loan with bad credit. You want to start with a credit review. You want to search for lenders that are really a good fit for you. You want to compare loan options, and you want to submit an application and to really make sure that you are really doing the right thing. Let me give you, before I close to this conversation, a few alternatives to debt consolidation loans for bad credit. You want to improve your credit first. You want to use a debt payoff strategy. And you can also get professional help. Like you can think about a credit repair agency, for instance. It really depends on how much you are trying to consolidate and where you are located in the country. So as a takeaway to this conversation, I spoke to you about debt consolidation loans for bad credit. And I give you the list, the overview, and now the takeaway. In terms of the list, you have Upgrade, Lending Point, Prosper, Lending Club, Opportune, Upstarts, and Avon. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.